Have you ever noticed that the very moment you most need a reset is the exact moment you resist doing it? A simple breath or a shoulder roll or a 10-second pause would help, but instead, your mind says, nah, not now, or your body won't move. Well, I'm Heidi. I'm your trauma informed coach, and I'm here to tell you a little something about resistance. Resistance is actually protection. Your nervous system has decided this reset might feel like too much right now. And in its own way, your body is keeping you safe. So today I want to explore what I call resistance reset, how it shows up, why it's a signal, and how we can gently work with it instead of against it. By the end of this video, you'll have 3 practical resets you can use and a new way to think about the language you use with yourself. So stay with me. But first, let's start with this. Resistance equals protection. Let's normalize that right here. What usually happens? We resist the reset, and then we tell ourselves we're failing. We resist, and then we start layering on shame. We resist, and then we avoid the very practices that could help us most. It's such a human loop. Our system protects us by saying not yet, and then our mind jumps in with judgment, piling on guilt. Here's the paradox. The more pressure we put on ourselves to do the thing, the more our system resists, because pressure doesn't equal safety either. So instead of asking, how do I get rid of resistance? We get to ask, what is this resistance protecting me from right now? That shift makes room for change. So let's do something different here, right now. Instead of shaming resistance or trying to bulldoze through it, let's map it. When we map resistance, it stops being this big, foggy wall in front of us. Instead, it becomes information. And once it's information, we can walk with it. I'll guide you through 3 fast polls. Just check in with yourself as we go. Poll 1. On a scale from 1 to 5, how safe do you feel in your body in this exact moment? I'll give you a second to think about that. No overthinking. Just notice the first number that comes up. Poll 2. When you do reset, when it feels possible, what's your favorite doorway in? Movement, breath, imagery? You might already know your go-to, or maybe this question makes you think. Poll 3. What's the tiniest barrier that tends to stop you? Is it time, privacy, doubt, or just plain energy? When you map resistance, you discover that it's not random, it's specific. And when it's specific, you can work with it instead of fighting it. Let's try these 3 resets together. Don't be deceived by how simple these look. Your nervous system doesn't care about fancy. It cares about clear signals of safety. Why they work. When you briefly create tension and then release it, your body gets a primitive message. The danger is past and you're safe now. That contrast is what tells your system it can shift. I'll give you 3 eyes open options for all of these because sometimes closing your eyes just doesn't feel safe. And that's perfectly fine. Reset number 1. Make a gentle fist with one hand. Notice the tension. Now slowly open it, spreading your fingers wide like you're saying hello. Let's do that 2 more times. Fist, open, fist, open. This works because you're interrupting the stuck pattern of holding and showing your body that release is possible. Okay, reset number 2. Keep your head still and let your eyes drift slowly side to side, like you're watching a horizon. If that feels like too much, soften your gaze and let your eyes rest on one spot. This works because shifting your gaze calms your orienting reflex, the same reflex animals use to scan for safety in their environment. Reset 3. Roll your shoulders back gently, like you're making space for your chest to open. As you roll, take a slow inhale. Then let the exhale be longer than the inhale. Do that twice. This works because long exhales activate your vagus nerve, telling your body, we can rest now. That's it. 3 resets in under a minute. Now check in. Did one of these shift you even 5%? That's enough. 5% is where change begins. Okay, now let's shift to language. Think about a phrase for yourself that starts with I should or I deserve. Here's how we're going to play. We'll swap those out for what I call maintenance lines. Instead of heavy or guilt-ridden words, we frame it as light upkeep. So for example, I should journal. Rather than that, I maintain my practice by writing out one thought right now. I deserve a break. Let's make it, I maintain my energy with 3 breaths. Now let me pause here for a teaching moment because you might be wondering, why am I including I deserve in this exercise? Because don't we deserve whatever? Here's why. When we say I deserve, the nervous system often hears a gap. I don't have it now. It can also spark an inner debate. Do I really deserve this? Did I earn it? Am I selfish if I take it? That micro debate triggers tension instead of safety. But when we use maintenance language, the body hears something different. Maintenance says, this is normal, safe, and ongoing. It's like saying, I maintain my breath by taking the next inhale. So there's no debate, just a clear, safe signal of continuity. So take your should or deserve line and turn it into gentle maintenance. So therefore, we now understand resistance is not the enemy, it's a compass. You get to choose your route, movement, breath, imagery, or a simple awareness. Which route feels like your next gentle step? Whatever you choose, make it 10 seconds and let it be enough. Make the ordinary sacred. If you want more ways to meet resistance with compassion, check the links below for guides and for our community. I'd love for you to join us there.